how the teacher tried to break me, and how I fought back. Have you ever had a teacher who seemed to hate you for no reason? I never thought it would happen to me, but in my junior year of high school, I encountered a nightmare that would shake my confidence to its core. I'm Zoe, and I've always been a bookworm. My love for reading led me to the honors English track in high school. Everything was going smoothly until I met Miss Raven in classical literature class. From day one, Miss Raven had it out for me. I couldn't figure out why. Was it because I occasionally dozed off in class due to my early morning swim practices? Whatever the reason, she made it her mission to crush my spirit. Our first paper came back with a D grade. I was stunned. When I asked for feedback, Miss Raven just told me my work was uninspired. My friend Olivia, the smartest girl in our grade, offered to help with my next essay. We spent hours on it, but again, I got a D. Desperate to improve, I visited Miss Raven during study hall. She marked up my paper with red ink, giving me advice on how to revise it. I followed her suggestions to the letter, but when I turned in the final version, I got another D. She smirked and congratulated me on my improvement. That's when I knew something was seriously wrong. I took my paper to Mr. Collins, our award-winning newspaper advisor. He was confused by my low grade, saying it deserved an A. Armed with this information, I decided to fight back. I met with Coach Thompson and Mr. Garcia, the athletic director. I explained that I was in danger of losing my eligibility to swim due to my English grade. They were baffled by my low scores after reading my papers. Soon, I found myself in the vice principal's office with a group of adults arguing about my situation. Miss Raven insisted I should be moved to remedial English, claiming I couldn't handle the complexity of classical literature. The next day, we had a showdown in the vice principal's office. When confronted with evidence of her help on my revised papers, Miss Raven turned red and accused me of lying. The shouting match that ensued could be heard throughout the office. In the end, I was moved to Mrs. Maple's regular English class. She was the department head and quickly realized I didn't belong there. I worked harder than ever to prove Miss Raven wrong, even tutoring other students. At the semester's end, Mrs. Maple called me in for a meeting. She recommended I return to honors English for senior year, assuring me that Miss Raven wouldn't be teaching anymore. That's when I broke down in tears, finally allowing myself to feel the full weight of what I'd been through. Years later, I still think about Miss Raven and how she almost derailed my future. But here's the kicker. I now write for a living, proving that sometimes the best revenge is success.